Joe Morrison and Chris King, the first pair. Joe Morrison is making his funny car debut. And Chris King is making a cameo appearance. Joe Morrison over on the left side. That is the Paul Smith machine, the entertainer that John was driving last week. Qualified, won a round. Joe Morrison, who's been licensed in Top Fuel, but doesn't get a chance to get out and do this very often. His funny car debut, and for Chris King, getting a little help from the folks at Competition Products, Howard's Camp, Fire Department, Coffee folks. Chris King is a fireman in Chicago, and he is out here chasing a dream right now. His crew chief, a guy named Blower Bob Peck, and they have made no bones about it. They're not here to set the track record. They're not here to qualify number one. They're here to learn. They're here to work their way down the racetrack, try to make good, clean runs, and try very hard not to hurt the car, because they do not have a big budget. They do not have a big trailer full of parts.
Seat time, everything for Chris King. Laps are everything for this team. For Joe Morrison, his debut, the Nitro Funny Car, the 10-grade machine. Not like Joe's inexperience when it comes to driving short wheelbase front motor cars. He's got a history in the nostalgia range, driving fuel altered for a long time, licensed in this car last year. Been looking forward to this moment. And that is, as far as privateer teams go in Nitro Funny Car, Alan, that is one of the better cars on the tour. It consistently goes up and down the racetrack.
Paul Smith has been doing this for about 150 years. He's put cars in the winner's circle over the years, but his real calling card has been the fact that the car goes down the racetrack. Again, not going to set the track record, probably not going to be the number one qualifier, but is going to make clean runs down the racetrack. And if you're Joe Morrison, as you said, is looking for laps. 300 feet or so, and both of them click it off. I got to believe that may have been a plan for both of them. I'm sure it was, as a matter of fact, on Chris King's side. A 5:55 for the record for Chris King, 129 miles an hour. Joe Morrison goes 476 at 177.
Those are career best numbers for Chris King to 330 feet, and I know that doesn't sound like a big win, but when you're a team like Chris King, 910 to 60 feet, you're outrunning Paul Smith's car by 400s to 330 feet. That's a big moment for Chris King and that team, I think. Clean off the starting line, 330 feet, shut it down, everything looks good, and ran really well.
Well, Bob Peck got involved with that team before the Chicago event and started going over. Bob Peck might not be necessarily a household name, but he's a guy that's been around a long time. He's worked on a lot of really good cars, got a lot of knowledge, and he basically said, we're going step by step. So went through the fuel system, found some things they didn't like. Went through the clutch system, found some things they didn't like. He said, we can't afford to go out here and blow this thing up, so we're going to do the one little step at a time routine. And I agree. That's not a bad start for that team. But now it's time to start turning up